Okay, hello. I already did a very long live stream this morning, so go look that up if you want to be really bored. But I did want to just show you this little tree sitter thing. I finally managed to commit that to a Git repo where you can see it. I do have it on my own Git server internally, but I haven't managed to publish that yet. So um, here is a directory full of C files that I'm working on, my fantastic new web server. But we're going to go and open this C file app chat, and I'm going to open it with this very simple Emacs config. This is not my normal Emacs config. It's just a very cut down one that I can use to show you stuff. So here we go. And you can see that there's no special things in this C mode. So let's go and open my tree sitter thing, work Nick Emacs tree sitter stuff, and it's called that, and then we'll eval the buffer, and then we'll get rid of that window, we don't need that. We might want to turn on display line numbers mode. Okay, so what does this do? Well, mostly it does two things, really. The first is, oh, we have to turn it on. Did we turn it on already? I can't remember. I don't think we did. So let's turn it on. So the first thing it does is it displays, it parses functions for local variables. So you can see in this function, we are at line 55, and we can see that red is defined on line 54 and block on line 53. And that isn't terribly useful. But when we go Control C1, it will insert that word. So we might be inside a long function and we go Control C1. That's what that's useful for. But it does one other thing as well, which is LDoc. If you're familiar with Emacs, you know what I mean. So LDoc for functions, and what that means is, so if we want to know what the arguments of this function are, we go into here and we can see at the bottom, so inside the argument list, it will tell you the arguments of that function, presuming it can find that function definition. And it does all of that just with tree sitter. So tree sitter is this amazing parsing library that somebody wrote, incremental, copes with errors, very fast, and that's been integrated into Emacs for quite a long time. It's integrated into other editors too, so you can do similar things with other editors. You don't need an LSP. I don't need to do all that work of talking from my editor back into whatever program I happen to be running in whatever environment. I'm just using Emacs to do this. So this is C, but I do also have this stuff set up for JavaScript. Those are the two languages I use most. Don't tend to use much else, maybe Bash and SQL and those things, but those are the two languages I program in most of the time. And so I don't need anything else. As I say, I've published this now here on this thing called tangled.sh or tangled.org. This is a new Blue Sky or AT Proto enabled Git hosting service that looks quite fun. And I thought rather than just waiting for me to do the work to publish things, I have other priorities at the moment. So I've published it here. So anyone who did want to, I'm not sure it'd be usable, although I have just proved that with a minimal config you can get it going. But yeah, I don't know how usable this would be, but it certainly might be useful to people. And you never know. Maybe an AI will consume it and break some billionaires' businesses. Anyway, I thought I'd just chuck that up. Might be fun and interesting. Thanks very much.